are just so many things here that I don't really wear and I haven't worn, and that makes getting dressed harder, and who needs that? Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly and this is Yard Sale Squad, where we share about secondhand shopping and our life as a family. So if you watched my last video on shopping the Goodwill bins, you will know that I am doing an open collaboration this Friday sharing my spring wardrobe. So if you want to participate, you can find all of the information for that in the description box down below. I would love to see what you are wearing this spring. So I realized before I shared that I have quite a few things to go through here. So I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to figure out which of these are going to stay, which of these are going to go, and then I'm going to talk to you about the focus of my spring wardrobe. I've chosen a few words to describe the feel that I want to evoke with my spring wardrobe, and I hope that I inspire you to do the same. So let's get into it because we've got a lot to do here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of take stock of everything here and just, you know, kind of go through it. This bathing suit I loved, but it is a two-piece, which I don't do much of these days anymore. I've held on to it in hopes that I would wear it again. It's very cute, very me. I'm gonna try it on, but I have a feeling that somebody could love this better in their phase of life than me. We'll try it on and see. I think I'm just gonna go through first and do the automatic, like, ones that I know can go, and then I'll make a pile of things that I need to try on. I think that'll kind of speed the process along. This can go. This is a bathing suit top, again, two-piece, and I have some that I like better, so it can go. These are jeans that I have never really worn. I'm either going to attempt to cut them into shorts. I don't know if I'll be good at that. I'm either gonna cut these in shorts or donate them. This shirt I loved for a long time. It's J. Crew. I got it at the thrift store, but I don't know, it's just kind of old. Smells like moderately bad under the arms. We'll try it on. All right, I bought this to wear when I was performing for a music contest. It's very cropped and it's a little bit sheer. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let this one go. This is one of those that I wanted to wear more and I just never did because it's not super practical. It's sheer, it's cropped, so anytime I wear this, I have to wear really high pants. I can't bend over. It's a little bit see-through, so I think I'm gonna let this one go. You're gonna see lots of stripes. If you're new around here, stripes are a thing for me. Okay, I thrifted this one last year, and in theory, it was a good top, but I don't know if you can see, all of the elastic is coming loose, and it's got all of these little, like, threads here. I don't know how well you can see that, but they're kind of all over everywhere. And I bought it kind of as a date night top. I think I'm just gonna let it go. Right? Should I try it on? See, this is hard. This is really hard. I'll try it on. This is a lab coat that belongs to my sister. I have no idea why it's still here. I'm gonna ask her if she needs it, and if not, it's going to be donated. This is a puffy vest. To be honest, it's more puffy than what I like. I found one that's more sleek and it's green, like hunter green. I found that at a yard sale this year. This one was from Goodwill. It's originally from Gap, and it was a good find, but I'm gonna let it go because I haven't worn it in a long time. It has a hood somewhere. Maybe I can find that. But yeah, it can go. All right, this is kind of similar to the striped one in the fact that it is cropped. And I don't know, I'm not really super in love with it anymore, so that's probably gonna go. I'll try on just to make sure, just to make sure. Okay, this I bought to photograph weddings. I need to make a decision about it. I bought it knowing that it would need to be cropped. It is like a pantsuit kind of deal, and it's not bad. But I'm going to try it on, and I need to make the decision. If I'm going to keep it, I need to go and get it tailored so I can actually wear it. These I just need to make a decision about. I've worn them the past couple of springs. They are thrifted. The brand is Evan Piccone. I'm not sure how you say that. They'll go in the try-on pile. This one is worn out. It's got some of those little, like, small holes in it. Like that right there. It is from the Gap. I wore this when I was pregnant with Andy. And yeah, it's just kind of seen better days. So it's fine. But it doesn't excite me, so I'm gonna let it go. Okay, this was a hand-me-down, and I wore this when I was postpartum. It's just like a navy dress. It's very flowy. That'll go in the try-on pile. This is an off-shoulder denim dress. I think I'm kind of over it. It wrinkles pretty easily. The times when I wear off-the-shoulder stuff are few and far between. I'm gonna let it go. It's funny how it feels really good to buy new things, but then it also feels good to cycle things out. Just that change and making sure all your stuff is like up to date and current. That feels good. This is a pad that goes in that bathing suit. Okay, these jeans, don't think we're gonna fit in that size. Yeah, these are pretty distressed, which I'm kind of about. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let those go. I don't think I wore those a single time last year. What are you doing? What are you doing keeping clothes that you didn't wear last year? I don't know. All right, so here is my try-on pile. If the picture looks different, it's because my camera died, so while it charges, this is my phone. All right, I'm gonna try on these really quick, and then I'll report back to you what I'm keeping. All right, it is much later in the day now. Everything is kind of calmed down. My battery is fully charged. So I wanted to report back and let you know that I donated almost everything in that pile. I think I kept 2 things, maybe a pair of pants and a shirt. And even those are like kind of still in the maybes, but I wasn't quite ready to part with them yet. But the back of my car is absolutely full of donations, kids stuff, adult stuff, housewares, and it just feels really good. If you guys watched my video where I talked about like my list for the year and what I'm looking for at yard sales and thrift stores, you know that I really talked about kind of doing one in, one out. And as I'm bringing new things in that we'll enjoy, I want to kind of cycle out some things just to kind of maintain the level of stuff that we have now. So it felt really good to do that. All right, I told you that in preparation for my video Friday, I wanted to talk about the words that are going to describe my spring wardrobe. So someone on YouTube that I like to watch from time to time is Jennifer L. Scott from the Daily Connoisseur, and she was sharing recently about the 4 words that she chose kind of to describe her spring wardrobe. And I really liked that idea. I wanted to kind of borrow from that, and she encouraged everybody to come up with their own words. So I actually have 5. I couldn't narrow it down to 4. So I have 5, and I'm going to share them with you now. Number 1, as I'm sitting here in a t-shirt, should be no surprise, and it is comfort. I don't like feeling uncomfortable in what I'm wearing. But if what I'm wearing doesn't feel good, then my mind is going to be on that instead of the things that my mind should be on that day. With that being said, comfort is a priority, but I also want to feel put together. And that is my second description of my wardrobe, is I want to feel put together. So even if it is more of a casual day and we're just going to the park, I don't mind wearing a t-shirt and yoga pants and tennis shoes, but I want those to be pieces that I really enjoy wearing. Ones that feel like they are fresh, they feel like they're good quality, they're in good condition, and that continues on up through outfits that are casual but, you know, a little bit nicer, all the way up to my dressier options. I want everything to have that put together feel regardless of how dressy or casual it is. The next word is effortless. Now, of course, you can't be completely effortless in getting dressed, but you can kind of reduce that amount of effort. And it's kind of the concept of like meal planning, where you do that initial planning up front, but then you really reap the benefits for the rest of the week or 2 weeks or however long you plan. When you gather pieces in your wardrobe that you know you love, then that initial decision has already been made. So yes, you have to kind of put things together, but you already know that those individual pieces are ones that you really like. So the process of putting together outfits will be more effortless. All right, the next one is probably not a word that everybody would choose, and it requires a little bit of explanation, but it is appropriate. So I don't necessarily mean this in a modesty way, although that is important to me, that I feel comfortable and I feel covered, you know, to the level where I feel okay. But what I really mean is appropriate for the situation. I don't like going somewhere and feeling like what I'm wearing doesn't fit in with what we're doing. Some people like to stand out, some people like to blend in, and it's not really an issue of one or the other. It's just an issue of feeling comfortable in what I'm wearing in the context of what we're doing and where we are. So it may be a weird word to choose, but it really just describes how I feel. That when I go somewhere, I want to feel like this is an absolutely appropriate outfit for going to brunch with friends, going to a t-ball game, going to the park, running errands. And you'll kind of see that in my video on Friday, that I want to kind of have those kind of categories of outfits where I feel really good and really comfortable. And kind of going back to the effortless thing, I can remember specific occasions where I can look back at a picture of myself somewhere or think of myself being somewhere and think, oh, that shirt was too sheer and I fussed with it all day, or those pants didn't fit right and I felt uncomfortable. And so that's what I mean when I say appropriate. I'm also extending appropriate to mean seasonally appropriate and weather appropriate. So that's why it's really important for me to have some good layering pieces, because in spring, you know, it's just kind of like fall where you never know where the temperature is going to land. You don't know if it's going to be windy. And so I always want to have those layering pieces with me, and I want them to be ones that I like so that I can be comfortable. You see a trend here? You see how these are all like working together? I feel like I chose really good words like for me. They just feel really appropriate. That was not planned, I promise. All right, and the last word is clean. So what this means to me is that I'm taking care of each of my pieces. I've mentioned before that I like the Puracy Stain Remover Spray. It works great on oil stains. It also does a pretty good job on armpit stains or armpit odor. And if you're not treating those things well, then you'll pull out a shirt and you'll say, oh, that has an oil stain, I can't wear it. And it becomes one of those things in your closet that's just taking up space that makes getting ready more difficult. If you have something that's retaining odor, particularly in the underarm area, then that becomes that uncomfortable thing where you feel uncomfortable and not appropriate because it's not actually you that smells bad, it's the fabric that smells bad. I know we've probably all been there. I have been there, and it's such an uncomfortable feeling because you wonder, I can smell it, can other people smell it? And it's not me, it's the shirt. And then, you know, so if I am taking care of my clothing and making sure that it's clean, then I'm going to feel comfortable, I'm going to feel appropriate, it's going to be effortless to put those outfits together, and I'm going to feel pulled together. And that's the winning combination for me. Also, if they have wrinkles, you know, making sure that I'm ironing them before they get put away. You know, if you iron or you steam or you throw in the dryer with a couple of ice cubes or whatever it is you do, you know, just making sure that those clothes are put away in a state that you can grab them. I've been known to let my ironing pile get quite large, and I wouldn't recommend it. It's something that I want to kind of work on in my routine. All right, so those are my descriptive words. So I have some things that I want to hear from you guys about. The first one is when you cycle out clothing in your closet or your kids' closets. I'm really curious what you do. I don't have a great overarching solution. It kind of just depends. If I have somebody in my life that I think might want those things, if their kids might be that size, or if one of my friends might want that piece, you know, I will text them pictures and ask them if they want it. If it's something that's sentimental, I'll kind of keep it back for us, just kind of to have, and then otherwise everything else gets donated. But I'm so curious to know what all of you do. Donating is an option, reselling online is an option, giving to family friends. So I would just love to know what you do. The second thing that I would like to know, what are your words for your spring wardrobe? They don't have to be anything crazy. You know, they can be similar to mine, where they are about the look, but they're also really about what it feels like to be in those clothes. I found this list just on a Google search, and I mean, you have everything from sleek to tailored to funky to dressy to natural to urban, layered, feminine, understated, timeless, elegant. So it really is something that you can kind of tailor those words to your personal style and your form and your function, and they can be any combination and ratio of that. You know, if you are somebody who really, really values the comfort, then you can kind of put your words towards that end. If you are somebody who really, really values looking fashionable, then you can kind of stack your words at that end. So I would love to know what your words are. And the last thing I wanted to say is just to remind you of the open collaboration on Friday. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just showing your pieces that you're excited to wear this spring and kind of talking about why. I would love to see what you are planning on incorporating into your wardrobe as we step into this new season. All right, you guys, well, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Please click that subscribe button and leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. I love interacting with all of you, and I will be talking to you on Friday.